Well, U.S. prosecutors are preparing criminal charges against BP for that 2010 Gulf oil spill. And our next guest says that that's basically just a witch hunt. Defense attorney Sharon Liko is with us in Denver. Sharon, welcome to the show. You know, in the year where Occupy was a big deal, and some people think the story of the year, the idea was that no one pays prices in corporate America. No one ever takes the fall, even when billions, even trillions of dollars are lost, lives are lost, and people are hurt. In this particular case, is the U.S. government doing the right thing and saying, you know what, we're going to find individuals. They cannot be shielded by corporations, and we're going to make people pay.
No, I don't think they're doing the right thing. If there's civil liability, and there probably is, there's penalties, there's courts of law. BP has already paid millions of dollars. Instead, they want to go after the engineers. The engineers supposedly falsified their reports. I mean, come on. You've got to be creative to lie. These are engineers.
Well,
they don't know how to lie. Why would they lie? They're putting together reports based on their expertise in terms of the types of pressure that's necessary to drill these wells.
Sharon, first of all, I mean, Sharon, let me just jump in there for a minute because, I mean, if the defense is that these are the most honest people in the world and they don't know how to lie, then I think you've lost out the gate. Listen, you know, they might have lied, they might have been lazy, they might have been derelict. There's a lot of reasons they could have made major mistakes. The big question, though, is was there intent? Was there intent to circumvent the system? Were they lazy? Did they do a bad job and say that they did a good job? And if that's the case, shouldn't they pay?
Well, you've got a problem here. If they're lazy, if they did a bad job, if they made mistakes, okay, maybe they should pay. Does that mean they're criminally liable? No. I mean, you're talking about a really high standard. They've got to, intend to do something, cause harm. I don't think these people did that. They did their jobs. I think the federal government needs to step in and step up to the plate because there's no federal guidelines in place in terms of the amount of pressure they were supposed to use in these wells.
Sharon, do you think
it's a preemptive strike.
Sharon, do you think this is kind of like what federal agents, FBI and whatnot do with drug dealers? They go in, and I don't want to compare the engineers to drug dealers, but they go in and they get the lower guys to kind of rat out the guys who are higher up, and the government wants to go into these engineers and say, hey, did your bosses know? And did their bosses' bosses know? And did they get any memos? I mean, you think that's kind of part of what's going on here?
Oh, absolutely. That is the oldest trick in the book, and let me tell you, it works. People roll. Everybody is going to protect themselves. I mean, it's the first law of nature. You survive. And that's what they're going to do.
So, Sharon, though, essentially, though, what you're really saying is that it's an election year. There's a whole group of people out there who are still upset that a lot of big-time rich folks out there never, ever seem to be able to pay a price for things that go wrong to the rest of humanity. And this might be a chance for the administration to maybe pander to that group of people.
Well, it's certainly going to be kudos to the administration. Everybody likes to see corporate America being brought down. Somehow it warms the American heart. And that, I think, is what a big impetus of this is. But, you know, they made a mistake. It was an accident. Why can't people just accept these are human beings, they're fallible, it's an accident, move on?
All right, Sharon.
But they can't,
Sharon,
and they won't.
We love your enthusiasm on the show. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.